living and breathing on the verge of tears. Hear him talking, I can feel the stares, and no one knows, nobody cares. Living and breathing on the verge of tears, What are you running from? What are you running from? Everyone's saying that you got it made. What they'd give, what they'd trade, just to be like you underneath the shade. Everyone's saying that you got it made, What are you running from? What are you running from? Maybe it's something from long ago. Maybe there's something there that you only know. Maybe you never really even closed the door. Oh, but day by day it just slips away. Hey, hey. You're living and breathing on the verge of tears. Hear him talking, I can feel the stares, and no one knows, nobody cares. Living and breathing on the verge of tears, What are you running from? What are you running from? Last call, last one at the bar. You ain't the kind of man you say you are, and you did it this time. You went too far. You ain't the kind of man you say you are. What are you running from? What are you running from? Tell me. Living and breathing on the verge of tears. Hear him talking, I can feel the stares, and no one knows, nobody cares.
The name of that song is titled Verge of Tears, written and recorded by my special guest today, Kelley Mickwee of Austin, Texas. She has a new album called Everything Beautiful that was released on September the 27th. Kelley, welcome to the Friday Afternoon Music Mix.
Thank you, Gregory. Thanks for having me.
I have been a fan of yours for years. I had your first album when I was on another station and played it quite a bit. That was 10 years ago. Then I kind of lost track of you until a beautiful single that you put out not too long ago. It's called Let's Just Pretend We're Holding Hands. What a great song.
Yeah, gosh, that's great that you heard that one on the radio.
Just recently, your radio promoter sent me your full album, and I thought, wow, this is just terrific. I know you're originally from Memphis, Tennessee,
That's right.
and you were with a duo that you had there called Jed and Kelley.
Yeah, Jed and I, let's see, we went to high school together. We were high school sweethearts in Germantown, Tennessee, which is just a suburb of Memphis. I went to college. He went out west for a bit. We came back together in our early 20s. He had a band, was playing out live in Memphis. So we started dating again and we started singing together. Eventually, we had a band and people were showing up. Great songwriter named Keith Sykes, local Memphis guy. He showed up to one of our gigs and offered to bring us into the studio and make a record on us. That's kind of how we got our start. And we ended up making 2 records together. bought an RV and traveled the world together. Most of my 20s, I was with Jed. We're still dear, dear friends.
Your career went into a group of women singers together called the Trishas.
Yeah. That was a really special time in my life, something I'm really, really grateful for, because I'd moved down here to Texas. I didn't know how to do the solo thing. Luckily, the Trishas happened, which was a bit of an accident, a happy accident. We went on to tour country together, and we made 2 records together and spent about 6 years together. Most of the people in my life, both musically or otherwise, kinda came from those years with the Trishas.
I did not know you had been a Shiny Soul Sister in Kevin Russell's Shiny Rib.
Yeah, when you said at the beginning of this interview that you had kinda lost track of me after 2014 is because I was in Shiny Ribs. I wasn't doing my own thing, I was being a Shiny Soul Sister. I was learning how to dance, put on fake eyelashes, and wear wigs, and be a supporting cast member in that theatrical performance.
This year, you came out with a great new album, Everything's Beautiful. Let's do a second song. This is called Joyful.
Everybody stumbles, everybody falls along the way. Everybody needs a helping hand to hold someday. I can hear the thunder, see all the lightning all around. If you listen close, it makes a joyful sound. 'Cause it's a joyful sound. Ain't nobody crying, lying in the everlasting arms, holding on to love, ooh, and letting go of sadness, all of the fear that holds you down. Open up, make a joyful sound. It's a joyful sound. Like the wind, and it falls like a stone, moves like a dream that becomes flesh and bone, falls from the sky and it comes from the ground, comes from within, and it comes from within.
You have been co-host for 13 years of the annual Red River Songwriters Festival.
Yeah, 13 years we've been doing it. It was kind of the brainchild of Drew Kennedy, great songwriter, lives down here in New Braunfels, Texas. He had an idea to start a songwriters festival in the little town of Red River, New Mexico, a place that's always been really, really important to me. It's the place where Jed and I decided we were going to do this for a living when we went to watch songwriters play at a songwriter festival in Red River. So fast forward all these years later, Drew had this idea to start a songwriter festival and asked me, Walt Wilkins, Susan Gibson, and Josh Grider be his partners in it. We've been doing it ever since. It's small, it's intimate. We only sell about 250 tickets. We have some great guests. This year we've got Kelly Willis, Pat Byrne, and Michael Hearn as our songwriter guests. So yeah, it's every year. It's the last weekend, first weekend in February, around that time.
Kelly Willis is very talented. I really like her music.
I do too. She's just always been one of my favorites. And I've gotten to know her, and she's just as sweet as she can be. Another Austinite I'm grateful to get to know.
You co-wrote a song on your first album with Kevin Welch, who has recorded a lot of music on his own, and also with the trio Kane Welch Kaplan, which is with Kieran Kane and Fats Kaplan. That must have been a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we've written several songs together. We wrote a song together that ended up on the Trisha's album called Raining Inside, and then River Girl. That particular song continues to take care of me. It's just the one that people love, the song I get requested at almost every show. It definitely would not be the song that it is without him. When I started writing songs, he was one of the first people to encourage me to do so. Really grateful for him.
You also did a duet with someone who has maybe one of the greatest living male voices, Raul Malo.
Yes, I agree. What can't he do vocally? I was nervous about singing with him. We've been friends a long time, but we'd never really sang together. Didn't have a rehearsal before we recorded that duet. He just showed up, we sang it. It's so effortless for him. And I was so grateful that he agreed to do it. I was pretty nervous about singing with him. One of the greatest voices that we've got.
You have a new video out. You can see that on your YouTube channel. Tell me about making that.
The Let's Run Away video? Yeah, that is a dear friend of mine, Vincer Peebles. He is a videographer here in Austin. I got to know him because he has done all the videos for Bruce Robinson's Next Waltz, which is a label and just a kind of a creative outlet that Bruce started, long time ago, 10 years ago. He also just recently did the Marfa tapes with John Randall, Jack Ingram, and Miranda Lambert. He did those videos. So we were talking one day and he said, let's make a video. So it didn't take much time. He had a boat. We went out on the boat, did some fake fishing. I rented a little Airbnb here in Austin for the inside shots. It was fun. It should just all be fun. Check that out. It's called Let's Run Away.
Was that filmed on Lake Austin?
Yeah.
It's a great video. Let's do a third song, Kelly. It's the title cut, Everything Beautiful.
Dragonflies flurry overhead. The sparrows are sleeping softly in their bed. Summer clouds ghost above the trees, and the breeze is dancing lightly in the leaves. Hummingbirds are waiting on a line, and the rhythm of the flutter is keeping time. Then it hits me out of the blue. Everything that's beautiful is you. Now you hold my heart in your hands, as long as the sky held the moon. And it astounds me how your love surrounds me. Everything that's beautiful is you. Now some may say that when you're gone, you're gone. Now I'm a fool for holding on. I could float on this feeling forevermore. I'm taking it with me when I go. 'Cause you gave me something I can hold on to. Everything that's beautiful is you. Just like a river flowing through. Everything that's beautiful, everything beautiful, everything that's beautiful is you.
That's one of the most sensual songs you've written.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely one of the sweetest. I haven't written many love songs in my songwriting career. It's hard for me. That particular song I wrote was Seth Walker. Are you familiar with Seth Walker?
I am not.
You'll have to go listen to his music. Another dear friend, I was a fan of his before I even knew him. Just an incredibly soulful guy. Fantastic guitar player, singer, songwriter, all of it. It was a true collaboration in that I kind of had some lyric written down, more of like a poem. I sent them to him and he wrote the music for it. So it was a real Elton John, Bernie Taupin lyrics and music coming together, to make a song co-writing experience, which was pretty cool. I love that one. Thanks for playing that one.
Your website is Kelley, and let's spell this Kelley, Mickwee, MICKWEE.com, Facebook.com/Kelley.Mickwee, YouTube.com, Kelley Mickwee, Instagram.com/K Mickwee, TikTok.com, Kelley Mickwee. You can see some great videos of Kelley on there and some of her performances. You can also listen to her talk about her music and about the upcoming shows that she's got. What's next?
My friend Pat Byrne does a Christmas show at the Saxon Pub, our local listening room here. Got that coming up. I have a band that I play with. We don't travel much because it's a lot to take 4 or 5 guys out with me. We play a lot of shows here around town, so we're going to play a little honky-tonk dance venue over on the east side on Fridays.
People can see where you're headed on your website and on your social media sites.
Sure can, yeah. And thank you for having me on today and introducing me to your loyal listeners. Appreciate that.
Thanks again for being on the show. Let's go out with one more song from this terrific new album that's called Everything Beautiful. This is Force of Nature.
Gets a little dark some days, hard to see through the haze. We've all gone different ways, wonder which one's the right one. So many voices and signs, and standing in lines, losing our minds, searching for a real solution. The beauty of life is the movement of change. It don't ever stay the same. Light takes time to travel, making its way through all that matter. Now your maker and your mama made sure that you're a force of nature. A force of nature. You're a force of nature, yeah, yeah. A force of nature. True love can evolution. You gotta love yourself if you're gonna love anybody else, till your little heart is swell like the moon moves the ocean. Beauty in life is the movement and change. It don't ever stay the same. Light takes time to travel, making its way through all that matter. Now your maker and your mama made sure that you're a force of nature. You're a force of nature.